My dad built this machine because after 40, 60 years, he figured of making them by hand, there had to be a better way. And he worked on this machine for several years off and on because he had a whole plant to keep operating as well. So this is his evening and early morning project. He tried all kinds of different methods to take one piece of wood out of a hopper and one every time and only one. And nothing that worked for glass or steel or paper would work consistently for wood. And one day he was handling a pack of veneer and it kind of caught on his fingernail, and that gave him the germ of an idea. And he made these little individual steel hooks, and they've all got just a little tiny hook on the end, and they're all individual. But under the pack of veneer, he would put a spring loaded, so when you set a pack of veneer on there, it didn't make any difference if the veneer was flat, if it was cupped, or if it was ripply. Those fingers would follow that pack to whatever shape it was above. When this moved, it would hook one piece off the bottom of the pack. And there was a small opening here, just big enough for one to go through at a time. And there are two rollers here geared together which run continuously. This hook moved that band probably an inch, and it hit those rollers and zip, out it went into this tray. This tray then flipped up against this roller, which fed the piece into the machine. After it was in the machine, two arms came from the back and folded two sides. Two more arms came from the front in sequence and folded the other two sides. Then the box was all folded. While that was happening, the bottom fed out of this other hopper. It fed into the machine and it moved sideways under the folded band. Then the plunger came up from below, it bent that bottom over the plunger, shoved it inside of the folded band, and a hook on the bottom edge of the plunger caught the whole package, and it carried it up here into the stapling head. This unit fed 5 strands of wire, measured the right amount of wire for a staple. One of these plates would cut the wire off and form the staple. The other plate, when it moved, it drove the staple and clinched it. Now, I've got the machine running with a gearhead motor, so it's running slow, but it'll give you a chance to picture the operation. I'll turn it on and we'll start it up. Now we'll start it. This just moved and it fed that band. So now the band is in the machine. You watch the two arms from the back, number 3 and number 4. The box is all folded now. Right now it fed a bottom, that was for the next box. It fed it into the machine, it moved it sideways, plunger came up. When this arm moved, it fed the wire off the reels up above. 5 strands measured, formed it, cut it, formed it, and drove it. Now, you can kind of watch the sequence. Here it moved, this fed the band. Now it's in this tray. Now it's going to feed it into the machine. Now it's going to fold the box around. The bottom you don't see, but it's coming in from the side. Up and out. Now we're running the machine slow so that you can see the operation, picture the operation. This machine, when it was in production, every time it's making one box now, it made 12. 70 boxes a minute. The box, when it was done, the friction kept it in the stapling head. The next box coming up pushed it out, and it came out of a hopper, down onto a table, and two people back there were packing them into a crate. Now, this machine was the only one of its kind that was ever built. The only part of it he patented was the feed mechanism, and he used that system on several other machines over the years that he built. This is the only one of its kind. And it, actually, in its lifetime, it made millions of boxes. Good afternoon.
Are there any